From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. 20, 10, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
2nd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. He'll find Taylor, that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
On first down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Watson on first down. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Watson. He's going to air one out. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. He'll come out throwing here on first down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2nd and 2.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous.
The pass.
Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Patriots 7.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
First and 10, Taylor now. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll go down at the 28. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. I got one. He's coming. We got double up.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Let's go, D, tighten up. 26. Let's go, D, tighten up.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They'll set up to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Mitchell. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
New England.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Montez Sweat in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
3rd and long.
Escaping the pressure, and he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From his goal line here, Watson. Incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Motion, forward. Motion.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on third and long. He finds Beckham complete. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 95 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Mark 22, Mark 22.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
The 35-yard line.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
Here. But the 9 picks
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
I'm coming after you. Mike 28.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. First down, and they go with Swift again. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Watson. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Mike 28. Mike 28. We own it. We own it. Mike 28. All day. All day, every day.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
At their own 45.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12.
He'll look to throw.
New England.
And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So on now comes the Jets offense as they're going to go for 2 here. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
10 yards on the pickup.
2nd down and inches.
At the 46-yard line.
And he'll complete this to Gibson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports.
Patriots.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Monte Nicholson.
Back to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Buying time, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Patriots get a score closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13.
35. Patriots 22.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. And now it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
I'm going back to you. Line 28. Watch the run. Right 28. We go.
Throwing again is Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his time.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. On the counter, it's Taylor. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Conversion.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
43.
He's set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone.
Let's dominate.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for New England. And even 70 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they take a knee.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for New England, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.